Hi, welcome to Fiction Fingers Fairy Channel. Please subscribe to this channel for more interesting stories. And don't forget to like and share this video. Thank you. After graduating from college, Sofia received a job offer as a junior executive in the city where she lived, while Emily secured a job as a teacher. Their parents continued to heap praise on Emily, often comparing her achievements to Sofia's. "Sofia, have you found a job yet?" their parents would inquire, their tone laced with expectation. "Yes, I've been offered a position as a junior executive," Sofia would reply, her voice tinged with a hint of pride. Their parents' response was lukewarm at best, their attention already shifting back to Emily. "That's nice, dear. Emily, have you prepared your lesson plans for the upcoming week?" they would ask, their focus squarely on their eldest daughter. As Sofia watched her parents shower Emily with praise, she couldn't help but feel a pang of resentment. "Why can't they see my accomplishments?" she would lament silently, her heart heavy with disappointment. Despite her frustration, Sofia remained determined to prove herself in her new role. "I'll show them what I'm capable of," she vowed quietly, her resolve unwavering. As Sofia threw herself into her work, her efforts began to yield results. "I've been assigned a major project," she would announce to her parents, her voice brimming with enthusiasm. Their parents' response was subdued, their attention already drifting back to Emily's latest achievements. "That's nice, dear. Emily, have you considered pursuing a master's degree?" they would inquire, their focus once again shifting away from Sofia. With each passing day, Sofia's frustration grew, her sense of validation slipping further out of reach. "Will they ever acknowledge my efforts?" she wondered aloud, her voice tinged with a hint of desperation. The tendency to please others grew stronger within Sofia, as she believed it was the only way to gain acceptance from those around her. At the office, Sofia frequently assisted her co-workers in completing their tasks, often resulting in her working late into the night, and even on weekends. "Sofia, can you help me with this report? I'm really swamped right now," her co-worker would ask, a hint of desperation in their voice. "Of course, I'll do what I can to help," Sofia would reply, her voice filled with willingness. As Sofia sacrificed her time and energy to assist others, she couldn't help but wonder if her efforts were truly appreciated. "Will they ever acknowledge all that I do for them?" she pondered silently, her heart heavy with doubt. Despite her growing exhaustion, Sofia continued to put the needs of others before her own. "I can't let them down," she reminded herself, her determination unwavering. With each passing day, Sofia's workload seemed to increase, her responsibilities mounting with no end in sight. "I don't know how much longer I can keep this up," she confided in herself, her voice tinged with exhaustion. Despite her growing fatigue, Sofia found it difficult to say no to the constant requests for assistance. "I just want to be helpful," she reasoned with herself, her voice filled with resignation. Sofia pondered her situation, grappling with the conflicting emotions swirling within her. "Why do I always feel like I'm being used, despite my efforts to help others?" she questioned herself, her voice tinged with frustration. "Maybe they genuinely appreciate my assistance," Sofia mused, trying to find a silver lining amidst her doubts. "Perhaps I'm just overthinking things." Yet deep down, Sofia couldn't shake the feeling of insincerity that lingered in her interactions with her co-workers. "I want to believe that they value me, but sometimes it feels like they only need me when it's convenient for them," she admitted, her voice heavy with disappointment. As Sofia grappled with these thoughts, she couldn't help but wonder if her desire to please others was causing her more harm than good. "Am I sacrificing too much of myself for the sake of acceptance?" she questioned, her voice filled with uncertainty. Despite her doubts, Sofia remained determined to maintain a positive outlook. "I'll continue to give my best and hope for the best," she resolved, her voice infused with resilience. Sofia's efforts to win over her parents continued at home, where she sought to demonstrate her value through financial contributions from her salary. "I'll take care of all the utility bills, grocery expenses, and anything else you need," Sofia would earnestly assure her parents, hoping to earn their approval. Emily, on the other hand, despite earning a higher salary, tended to spend her money primarily on herself, indulging in personal luxuries. Despite this, their parents continued to lavish praise upon Emily, further intensifying Sofia's feelings of inadequacy and frustration. In addition to her efforts to please her parents, Sofia also found herself constantly lending money to her relatives. Whenever someone faced financial difficulties, they would turn to Sofia for assistance, knowing she would readily provide them with the help they needed. Despite her own financial constraints, Sofia never hesitated to offer support to her family members in their time of need. "Sofia, I hate to ask, but I'm really struggling right now. Could you lend me some money to cover my bills?" Sofia's eldest cousin Naina asked. "Of course, I'll help however I can. Just let me know how much you need," replied Sofia as always. Despite her generosity, Sofia often found herself in a difficult position, as many of her relatives failed to repay the money they had borrowed from her. Despite feeling hurt and taken advantage of, Sofia struggled to confront them, or ask for the money back, fearing it would strain their relationships. "Hey, Sofia, I'm really sorry but I haven't been able to pay you back yet. Can I borrow a little more until I get back on my feet?" Sofia's aunt said. "Sure, no problem, just try to pay me back as soon as you can," said Sofia with a smile despite her heart being overwhelmed with worries. This cycle of lending money and not receiving repayment took a toll on Sofia's emotional well-being, causing her to feel exploited and unappreciated by those she had helped. Yet, despite her disappointment, Sofia found it difficult to refuse when another relative approached her for financial assistance. "Sofia, I hate to bother you again, but I'm in a tight spot. Can you lend me some money?" Nina asked her again. "I suppose, but please try to pay me back this time, okay?" Sofia said her words carefully, worried she might hurt her cousin's feelings. Despite her best efforts to assert herself and set boundaries, Sofia's compassionate nature often led her to forgive her relatives' debts, even though she knew it meant sacrificing her own financial stability. One day while at work, Sofia suddenly collapsed. As Sofia regained consciousness in the hospital bed, she found herself surrounded by the sterile white walls of the hospital room. The sound of her parents' voices filled the air, their concerned tones tinged with frustration. "Sofia, how could you let this happen?" her father asked. "You need to start taking better care of yourself," said her mother firmly. Sofia's heart sank as she listened to her parents' scolding. She had always tried to please them and make them proud, but it seemed like nothing she did was ever good enough. "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to worry you, I don't know what happened," said Sofia softly. Alone in her hospital room after her parents had left, Sofia was lost in her thoughts when she heard a gentle knocking on the door. "Yes, come in," said Sofia. In walked a middle-aged woman dressed in a white coat and with a warm smile on her face. "Hi, I'm Dr. Maya, a psychiatrist," she introduced herself. Sofia nodded, feeling a mix of surprise and curiosity at the unexpected visitor. Hi, what brings you here?" Sofia asks hesitantly. Dr. Maya pulled up a chair beside Sofia's bed, her demeanor calm and reassuring. "I heard about your collapse earlier today, Sofia. I just wanted to check in and see how you're doing," Dr. Maya said gently, making sure Sofia felt comfortable with her. Sofia hesitated for a moment, unsure of how much to reveal to this stranger. "I'm okay, I guess, just a bit tired," said Sofia. Dr. Maya nodded, her eyes filled with empathy. "It's completely understandable to feel tired, especially with everything you've been through." Sofia felt a wave of relief wash over her at Dr. Maya's understanding words. "Yeah, it's been a lot," Sofia said slowly. Dr. Maya leaned in slightly, her tone gentle but firm. "Sofia, I want you to know that it's okay to not be okay. Sometimes we all need a little extra support." Sofia nodded, feeling a lump form in her throat as she fought back tears. With Dr. Maya's gentle encouragement, Sofia began to open up about her past, starting with her childhood. Sofia recounted the constant comparisons to her sister Emily, the pressure to please her parents, and the feeling of never being good enough. Dr. Maya listened attentively, nodding empathetically as Sofia shared her experiences. She could sense the weight that Sofia had been carrying on her shoulders for so long. Sofia talked about her struggles with low self-esteem and the constant need for validation from others. She spoke of how she had always put others' needs before her own, often at the expense of her own well-being. Dr. Maya offered words of encouragement and validation, assuring Sofia that her feelings were valid and that she was not alone in her struggles. She gently guided Sofia through her emotions, helping her to explore them in a safe and supportive environment. As Sofia continued to open up, she felt a sense of liberation, as if a weight had been lifted off her chest. She realized that she had been carrying around so much pain and insecurity for far too long, and that it was time to start healing. Dr. Maya praised Sofia for her courage in sharing her story, and assured her that she was on the right path towards healing and self-discovery. She encouraged Sofia to continue to explore her feelings and to be gentle with herself along the way. With Dr. Maya's guidance, Sofia began to see the possibility of a brighter future, one where she could finally break free from the chains of her past and embrace her true self. She felt hopeful for the first time in a long time, knowing that she had someone by her side to support her every step of the way. To be continued.